Hey everybody, welcome back to my car shop. Today we're going to be tipping the frame rail edges on this unibody frame that we're making for the Stitches Challenger project. Let's watch the show intro and I will see you in 30 seconds.
Working out of a 100-year-old refurbished barn, bringing 35 years of experience to projects considered beyond repair. Vision, creativity, and problem solving are essential tools in this place. Watch as we transform junk into polished metal miracles. This is My Cars Shop.
Well, it's certainly nothing we haven't done before here on the channel. If you remember, we did edge tipping on the frame rail on the passenger side, 10, 15, 20 episodes ago, I'm not sure. But it needs to be done so we can get this frame rail built for the passenger side. So we're going to get after that. Becky will be out here soon and she'll be powering the bead roller for me. I actually committed to neatness today, got the shop cleaned up, except for getting some tools put away. And so that's nice. So feels good to have some cleaning up done. I'm definitely ready for spring to get some of the winter equipment out of here and so forth. But we have a nice work environment today, so looking forward to getting after this and also getting to spend a little time with Becky. So let's just do it. So we'll do the same. I've got it adjusted already, so we'll just do the same slow, and I think we'll this should work. So. Again, it's going to be just establishing a scribe line to start. And it's not tight enough. Back up. Oh, too far, too far. Back in. Keep going. Okay, go back up. Okay, good. Okay, lather, rinse, and repeat. We got a little bit of an edge tip now, and we just got to start tightening down and start picking up. So 3 passes, and you can see we're starting to get some need for shrinking and stretching in here. So actually this up here is already pretty much at a 90, but that's because it's a nice straight area. So, but you can see it's, so we'll go do some shrinking and stretching to get that straightened out. So we need to shrink some of these spots in here. Okay, so you can see it's pretty straight up at the top. There's obviously a little more work to do to it up there yet, but I'm just trying to get it roughed in. I had to stretch it in here because of the curve this way, where this one had to be shrunk. It's fairly straight. It's a little bit bowed like this, which means that I overstretched it. But being as we have to continue tipping this edge up, it's probably going to pull back in, so it'll probably come pretty close to straight. And of course there'll be a lot of hammer and dolly work and things getting it tweaked once we're done with it, but we're getting close. This is real time for right now. Okay, so this one, right? Okie dokie, smoky. I feel like I'm not able to preserve as much force as last time. The problem was being overzealous. Okay, maybe I am. Where it's straight, it stays so nice and flat. It's just these whoopty-doos here. Okay, good. Okay, so that one needs some more work on the shrinker stretcher, but it's fine for now. I can do that on my own. So we got to do this one, but my marks are on the wrong side, so I need to go through and lay out the 3/4 inch flange on this one, and then we'll be able to go ahead and start tipping this edge as well. Oops. See, use this right here, this cut. Oops. Okay, oops, switch it back up. These are considerably bigger than the ones we did last time, so
Let's back up.
never fun. I got the top straightened out, and so that's pretty decent. Now I just need to go down here and stretch this a little bit so that brings this in line with this here. The first time in, it's always a bit finicky to get it in the jaws. Once it kind of makes its own path, it's not bad. Come on. You can just kind of see that in the video. It's just sucking this whole thing straight here. So we're pretty good from here to here now. I just need to go back down in here and stretch this out just a bit more.
What are we doing next?
So just gotta go.
Oh, the bites in.
That's what it means. Hopefully this is the last one. Pretty easy to stay on the line once you get it on the last one because the wheel literally just rubs against that, this here. So as long as I keep watching. This way?
It doesn't look like it's in the right place.
This. Stop. Not bad. So some time in the shrinker stretcher and hammer and dolly, and hopefully we have two frame rails that I bent the right way. That's good. And that's pretty much what we had. If you watch that other episode, that's what we had before, and I had to go through and get them flat. So it's just a matter of shrink and stretching here. Thank you for being an awesome motor. Got most of the shrinking and stretching done. There's a little stuff in here, but you put them together and they're Sorry, I'm shouting. They're pretty good. I just need to hammer and dolly this one down. You can see it's just a bit high. So I've got my block here, and I'll go in and start peening that over a little bit. I don't think I need to put that back in the bead roller to move it. I can, but I think I can move this by hand. As a matter of fact, I think last time I did it on the wooden block, so I may end up doing that. And Duddy, that wooden block is a piece of hardwood, so that's not the pine persuasion. I'm not sure what that one is though. Big piece of wood. So anyway, I just want to hammer and dolly this out a little bit and see if I can move it, and we'll go from there. So we're really close. I just need to get everything crisped up, and they match very well. So very happy with the way it's looking. So now that I've dollied and hammered these out, it does exactly what the other one did. When this is pulled together back here, it tends to splay out a little bit, which is good because that is kind of what happens with the frame. It tends to widen out as it gets up to the top. So, you know, that's not necessarily completely by design, but it's kind of what the metal wants to naturally do. And of course, that's what the frame does anyway. So it's fine that way. I could get that out of there. That's kind of what the frame tends to naturally do anyway, so I'm good with that. So we're good now. What I want to do is, well, don't talk about it. Just show you what I'm going to do. So you can see that we have the beginnings of a frame rail complete, where we had pieced together because there was a chunk from me-ish here to here on the other one that we didn't replace. In this case, we're making the entire thing from front to back. It's looking good. Obviously, it's just clamped together right now. I still have to make the stuff that goes down inside. But it's turning out nice. It is one heavy piece of metal. And you'd be surprised if you picked that up, how heavy that is. So very strong, yeah. And again, this is going to be really reinforced because there will be about a 1-inch piece down in here. Then that will be capped as well. So, you know, and then solid welded on the edges. Well, you can go back and look at the other one if you're anxious to see what I did. You can do that, or you can wait for probably the next episode after this one on this project. There'll be probably finishing this up and starting to fit it in the car. It's really amazing what a guy can do if he's too stupid to know that he can't do it, right? That's been my story my whole life, is I'm either going to look like a genius or an idiot, so might as well just do it. And, you know, I'm kind of proud of it. As I've said many times, I'm not a fabricator, but I play one on YouTube. I'm just a guy who fabricates. So if you want to see real fabricators, I'll suggest a few channels to you. Iron Trap Garage. Matt over at Iron Trap is an absolute genius fabricator. He was trained by Gene Winfield. Minifab. He's a friend of Derek at Vice Grip Garage, but Minifab, Minnefab, I believe. He is a fabricator extraordinaire. That guy's a fabricator, even though he would say he isn't. Another channel to check out also, Fitzy. Fitzy Fabrications, Fitzee, fabrications, something. I think it's fabrications. Fitzy's an amazing guy, and he does everything mostly with hand tools, which is why I appreciate what he does. He could probably bang these frame rails out by hand. I probably could too, but when I have the bead roller, I just don't see any point not to. You know, one way this could have been done for you guys that may not have a bead roller, you could make a piece that would be an L piece that would go over the top, just like what I'm going to make on the bottom, and use the shrinker stretcher to form the contour, or you could pie slice it and do it by hand, and that would, you know, give a lot of strength. Obviously, I like tipping an edge. I think it's fun. I enjoy the fact that my wife is willing to come out and give a hand. That's always fun to work together, and so she likes doing it, and so it's good to get her out here in the shop once in a while too. So thanks, Becky, I appreciate it. So yeah, those are 3 channels I would recommend if you want to see real fabricators. Those guys are real fabricators. Those guys are artists. I'm more of a metal hack guy, I fully admit that, but I have a lot of fun doing it. And at the end of the day, right, Stitches is about making everything by hand. So that's why we've called her Stitches, and that's what it's all about. So we have a lot more to do on this frame yet, but I think we will have all of the pieces and elements done in the next episode. And then the episode after that, we will be probably putting it in the car. If I can get that much done now that I'm thinking about, because I have to weld all of this together too, and put it in the car in 2 pieces, tack weld it back together, take it back out of the car, weld it up real good, put it back in the car. So I may be being a bit optimistic in what I'm going to be able to accomplish, but we have a frame rail that's coming together, and it actually looks like a frame rail. As I've said before, the title track to not our last album, but the album before, a song called Breaking the Rock. Contend it can't be done and we will prove you wrong. And, you know, not knocking the purists at all, but I do get a lot of flack sometimes for the way I'm doing things, and I love being able to present an alternative to saying, if you guys don't have a lot of money and you have more energy than you have brains, there's another way this can be done. So I'm not recommending this way to cover my own self. I'm not recommending this, but this is a way it can be done. So think for yourself, learn the skills you need, and come up with options. Also, since I brought up the band, I wanted to mention, some of you were asking the band, what the band is, so I wanted to touch on that briefly. The rock band that I'm in, lead singer, lead guitar player, front man, is a band called Iron Fist. We've been around, we started in 1982, and we are all original music. We write our own stuff. You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Iron Fist Online if you want to find us there. We also have a YouTube channel. It's a fairly small channel, but if you look for Iron Fist Viceville, Viceville, that usually brings up our channel. We haven't been able to get our custom URL at YouTube yet because we don't have enough subscribers there. But anyway, for those that were asking, you can find us. We're in the middle of a big songwriting series over there right now, again on that channel. So lots of stuff going on here. Also wanted to give a shout out to Super Clean. While we didn't put the product into the episode today, I do appreciate them allowing us the opportunity to feature their product here on the channel. So as I always do, thank you, Super Clean. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Hit the bell for notifications. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram /mycarsshop. We have a little thing going over on the Facebook page right now you might want to participate in. You can drop pictures of your projects over there, things you're working on. I'll have that thread pinned to the top of the page so that I'd like to see the stuff you guys are working on. I would like to see what you're doing that has been inspired by what I'm doing here, because your inspiration will inspire me and I'm inspiring you, and we can all sit around the campfire and sing Kumbaya, I guess. I don't know. But I really appreciate you guys, all your feedback. You're so encouraging, and you're the ones who are making the channel grow. And I do view this as our channel. I just happen to be the monkey on the end of the strings here sharing the work. So I think that'll do it for today. And as always, rock!